Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the Bishop, the Tier 5 British SPG. This one is located on the westbourne of Berlin, and it's under the command of Teepoika, and we've seen him before on Mannerheim line. Now, if you remember, we found out that Teepoika actually is related to General Mannerheim. Yes, Carl Gustav Emil Mannerheim was a Finnish hero, and he led the forces during the Winter War 1939-1940 against the Soviets. Now, the Bishop is a stopgap between them getting the Sexton and, well, they didn't really have anything that was worthwhile before that, except maybe the M3, which could be used for indirect fire, but it wasn't really suitable. This thing's got a 25 pounder, which is the standard British Arty, and he's setting up on the bridge to shoot at the enemy right in the centre of the map. Now, 450 alpha, because it's actually using the 4.5 inch gun, 28mm to pen, 2.2 meters on the burst radius, and you can see he's now aiming for that Tiger 131, and if the guy keeps moving backwards and forwards, he's going to get hit, and the first shot is a hit for 157. Unfortunately, we didn't know what the equipment was right at the start of the game, but I'm sure that Teepoika will actually let us know, because he'd probably make a comment in the comments below his video to tell us what his setup is. I think it's actually a good idea. Somebody suggested that we should actually divulge the setup of each of these vehicles as they're used in the game, so that others can actually try and reproduce their success. And there are a lot of games with great success. That was a direct hit there, and it looks like it hit the tracks of the M4A3E8, and he goes down with the next one, but we didn't get the kill. It actually went to the PP on our team. We got it instead. Okay, so the Tiger 131 has crossed the road, but we can still put rounds in. That's very good, that. It's not going to prevent Teepoika from actually getting kill shots on this guy. And there you go, he's done it. So the next one is the T1 Heavy. And of course, he's actually sitting in that building where there's a very OP position. It's actually just to the left of that spot where he was in previously, next to the window, you could say. Been told that that position is so OP that it actually enables tanks almost to go unharmed, but not against Arty, because Arty can still rain down shells on their engine deck, and that's precisely what Teepoika's doing. And he got a fire. He got a fire hitting the engine deck and got the kill. So spot that one down to arson, and yes, he will get an arsonist award for that one. Now, there was an AMD in there, and he's killed it with one round. So 3 kills now for Teepoika, and we're 4 up on the enemy already. In fact, Teepoika's having to get closer to the enemy just to get shots on them. In fact, that KV-1SA is almost out of range. In fact, he's decided he does need to get closer, so he's going to have to drive around the river road and get a teeny weeny bit closer. Okay, he's decided that that was enough just to check. He needs to make sure that he couldn't drop a shell over the top of the building. Unfortunately, he couldn't. We can certainly hear the whistle of shells coming out from RPP as he fires on the enemy tanks. Of course, RPP does have 1 kill already. We're 6 up on the enemy now, so I don't think this battle's going to last very long. Teepoika's got a target, and the target dies before he can get a shot off. But, so he's going to have to get even closer still. In fact, most of the enemy are so far away, it's going to be really difficult for him to get close to them in time before they're all dead. He might be able to get to the corner, the left of the street here, just on the left side of the corner. Might be able to get a shot at some of the enemy. there again, possibly not. No, he's going to have to drive a long way to get close. Can't be helped, really. The problem is that this team is very efficient. There's only 3 enemy tanks left in the game, and it's very unlikely that Teepoika is going to get a shot at any of them, because they'll probably be dead by the time he arrives. Okay, we've got a Type 58 right at the bottom of the map, with almost within range, not quite. Could go down into that trench or the riverbed. And yes, we can get a shot at this Type 58, but he's dead already, so we don't get that one. The enemy griller's been spotted, and there's their T-34. We're dialing in on him. Rounds out. And he does get that kill, so 4 kills now. And that's it, the game's over. He's won. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a first-class tanker for Teepoika in the Bishop. He managed to get a bruiser, not bruiser, he did get a bruiser. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. He got an arsonist for setting light to the AMD and, well, actually it wasn't the AMD, was it? It was the Tiger 131 and watching him burn to death. He also got a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 7 in that game, and his win rate was 7,541. Some very nice, accurate shots onto engine decks, which is the most preferable place to put a shell because, of course, you can get fires that way. So, let's have a look at team score. Well, he did get the highest damage in the game, but he didn't get the high caliber because he didn't get 20% of the enemy hit pool. His teammates were just too efficient, and they killed most of the enemy tanks before he could actually get shots on them. 2,008 hit points of damage to Teepoika, 1,586 went to the Type 58 down in the south, and 1,164 went to the AMD 178B on our own team. When it came to kills, he did get the highest number of those as well. 4 kills to Teepoika. 2 kills went to the Fifi and the T150 on our team, and on the enemy team, their Type 58 got 2 as well. And when it came to base XP, yep, he got that one as well. So he's got the top in all 3 columns. 791 went to Teepoika, 696 rather went to our Fifi, and 686 went to the T1 Heavy. He fired only 12 rounds in the entire game, got 11 direct hits and 1 penetrating shot, 11 splash, 2,008 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. Now, I suspect that the one that he penetrated was the AMD. We'll just check that. Yes, he did. 1 shot yielded 408 hit points of damage, and it was a blind shot as well because he worked out where the guy was and where he was going to stop and lobbed the shell in there, and it killed the guy with just 1. So, going back to the details, 5 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, 288 hit points of damage to assist. On a free-to-play account, he earned 60,189 credits to the game and 791 base XP out of that one as well. So, all in all, very, very quick battle because his team was just very, very good. In fact, the battle only lasted 5 minutes and 45 seconds. So we're going to have another replay, this time featuring Teepoika in a different Arty. In this battle, you can see Teepoika in the FV304, the Tier 6 British SPG, and we're on the west spawn of Province. Game on! It's got the same 4.5 character, except this time it's in the Tier 6 Arty, which most people know as Bert. And it's known as Bert because there was a player called Bert the Avenger who was particularly good in this little Arty. It's also the fastest Arty in the game. It's capable of doing 72.4 by the book, but in actual fact you can get it to go faster. You just need to use up one of your slots for the turbo and also for other things to improve the speed. But really it's not necessary because this thing goes incredibly fast, whichever way you look at it. Now, as with the Bishop, 4.5-inch howitzer, it's capable of 450 alpha, 28mm pin, 2.2 meters on the burst radius. So, enemy tanks hiding behind there. Yep, he got a direct hit. Yep, that BK is missing some hit points now. He'd be a fool to stay there, but he is staying there. Rounds out. Direct hit again. He's backing away slowly. And he just got a hit as well, another hit from somebody else. Well, we've got a VK3001P now to fire at. And he'll probably learn the same problem. Yes, he'll understand it very shortly. It's not the best position to be in. Now that VK actually is very, very dangerous position because he's only got 144 hit points. So he could be out the game very soon. Another hit on the VK3001. But he's pushing ahead. It's going to be difficult to get shots on him. He did have a small fire there, but it looks like he had a fire extinguisher which actually put the fire out. There's the VK. Now those map changes, I think you could say that they made it a little more difficult to get shots on them as he goes up the slope. But that MX-12 ton was able to get up. Ooh, now that was a very sneaky shot there. He actually managed to land that one on the top of the turret. And the MX-12 ton unfortunately makes a bit of a YOLO move and goes straight in and gets wiped out by the VK. But we can fire another one in. And oh, just misses him. So the VK managed to get up the slope and he's now up on the top level. Now that's unfortunate because we've got a Black Prince and an M6 up there and they won't want to meet that VK. But we've got a box tank over here, the SU-100Y with his 13cm main gun. And that's a direct hit for 89. See if we can do another one. He probably thinks that he's safe next to the building. He's not safe against an FV304. And he's taken another hit for 151, forcing him to back away. Okay, he's managing to land these shells over the top of the roof into the box tank, and the box tank gets wiped out in the end by our chopper. Okay, this M2Y just recently got tracked, and now he's taking rounds, and you can perma-track this guy because, of course, this is one of the few Artys that is capable of perma-tracking, except because that's a Yo tank. It's got the special tracks, which means that it can keep moving even when it is tracked. Now, unfortunately, that VK has just suddenly killed our M6, and he also killed the Black Prince. So we've got no defenders on the west side of the map, and that's a major problem. All our guys are over on the other side of the map and wiping the enemy out bit by bit. But now it's turned into a kind of west versus east battle. They've just lost their chopper on the enemy team. Now, they might try and stick around and protect their cap area, but I suspect that some of the enemy tanks are going to be heading south, and the only Arty they're going to meet is the Hummel. Now, he's got very short view range, so he's not going to see them until they get fairly close. But across the valley, there's an M6 and a T-3485M, and yes, there's that VK. He's arrived. Oh, but he just got wiped out by the M6 above us. So yes, they did protect him, and the Hummel, he's still up there. So they possibly will try and come down and kill him, the enemy tanks. The M2Y's up there, an A43. They've even got a chopper up there. But the thing is that Teepoika can fire across the valley at them as they try and make their way south. And if he manages to track them in the right spot, then his teammates will then tear them apart bit by bit. Now he's using the bush mechanic. They'll see the tracer coming out from this area, but they won't know precisely where he is, because they won't be able to see him. There's no enemy tanks on this side of the map anymore. In fact, there's only 4 enemy tanks at all left in the game, and one of them, the chopper, is down by their cap area, as far as we know. That's where we're landing the shells at the moment. And in fact, there's the chopper. It's gone to the rock. Now we can dial in and start pumping rounds into him. He thinks he's nice and safe, but no, he's not. Going for the engine deck. Still gets a hit because he pulled back. The chopper's going to feel uncertain now because he knows that Teepoika can land those shells on him. Rounds out again. Direct hit. Now all we need is for him to get perma-tracked. The A43's turned up. Unfortunately, I'm not so sure the Hummel will get away with this one. Okay, the chopper has moved. The A43 just got hit several times. And I think he's been hit by the M6. In fact, it was the T-3485M who got him. So we've still got the chopper down at this end of the map. But there's only 3 left on the enemy team, all of them heavy tanks. The Jagdpanzer IV has decided to move up on the bottom. So he's on the floor. Now, he might get spotted by the chopper. But, oh, there's the chopper. Now, the chopper thinks he's in a safe place, but he's not. The Jagdpanzer IV can probably shoot at him once he comes out from underneath the rock. And the Hummel is already shooting at him. Standard reload is 12.34 seconds. Teepoika's got 11.39, and he's already starting his way up the slope, and he got fire. Oh, he's in a position now of shade or shadow. Unfortunately, well, he's gone down. He was taken out by the Panzer IV, or the Jagdpanzer IV. Yes, he was in a position of defilade there. We couldn't get a shot on him because the high slopes of the hill were actually preventing us getting a shot. And we're probably just outside range for the chopper right the way over the other side of the map. Now, can we get a shot? No, we can't. We're going to have to get a lot closer to get a shot. Yes, he's probably doing the right thing here. Go up, further up the road and get as close as we can. Our M6 has crossed the valley. The Jagdpanzer IV has come down to support him. It's going to try from here first. Should be able to lob the shell over the rocks directly in front of him, but we can't see the chopper anymore. I think he is within range. He's guessing based on the last position spotted, and he's still there. We just got a direct hit on the chopper, and in fact it was on the engine bay area. So he's going to try it again as soon as he's loaded. Fires the round in. The guy pulls forward, and we miss, but we'll give it another go. The M2Y is taking damage as well. Go for it. Rounds out. And that's another direct hit. It's a 2.4 second delay between our position and the enemy. That's why I say rounds out, because I'm pointing out that the round may be out the tube, but it's going to take a little while for the round to get there. And that's it. The game's over. It's a victory. Here's the end of battle results of the second battle in the FV304. He managed to get a second class tanker out of this one, as well as a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 7. And his win rate from this battle was 3,614, but he only got the 1 kill. And in fact, getting that kill actually prevents him from getting the Confederate. If he hadn't got it, yes, he would have got a Confederate. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see the highest damage in this game actually belongs to the chopper on our team, the one who died. He got a high caliber for 3,171 hit points of damage. Second highest damage went to the chopper, the other chopper on our team, who got a Confederate and 3,032 hit points of damage. And I pulled this up just to check and see what the difference is. And the difference is 8 and 2, which means you only had to have 6 tanks and you would get a Confederate. And that means that, yes, Teepoika would definitely have got a Confederate in that last battle. When it came to the third highest damage, that went to the chopper on the enemy team. We got 3,009 hit points. And we can see here that Teepoika was actually 4th on damage in the game with 1,841. When it came to kills, we can see the chopper came out on top with 4 kills. 3 kills went to the T-3485M, and then 2 kills went to the chopper, the M6 on our team, and on the enemy team, their box tank, their M2Y, and their BK-3001P. And when it came to Teepoika, he only got the 1 kill, which was the chopper. And when it came to base XP, he's actually in 5th place, because the top scorer was a chopper, and then another chopper, And then we've got the Hummel earning 973, followed by the T3485M, and then Teepoika with 680. He fired only 22 rounds in this game, but he got 14 direct hits on the enemy. None of them penetrated, but he did get 16 splashes. 1,841 hit points in total, and all of that was at more than 300 meters. Damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 1, so yes, he would have got that Confederate. And on a free-to-play account, he would have earned 15,785 credits for the game and 1,360 experience points out of it as well on a ×2 game. So 2 very good games. In fact, he did the right thing right at the start. It's something I like doing, is firing from the valley floor. Now, there is the danger that the enemy light tanks might try to make their way down the south on the valley floor using the cliffs to hide from our teammates. But from this position on the valley floor, near the cap area, you can actually land shells on both sides of the map, as you can see, and it can be very, very dangerous to the enemy because you've got equidistant. If you stay to one side of the map, right up on the heights, you're kind of restricted on the number of enemies you can hit on the other side of the map. But from the valley floor, it's a lot closer, and therefore you've got more potential to earn hit points. So, 2 very good games by Teepoika, one which was handicapped by the fact that his team was too good and he couldn't get close enough to them. And the other one, well, that was handicapped by the fact that the enemy really did not want to come into range at all because, of course, they knew that they were being outclassed. Hope you enjoyed both those. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.